Hi viewers, how are you today? I remain your host Marlai and Obuti. How are you doing? Thank you so much for your participation, for your contribution. I do really appreciate all our followers and all our new subscribers as well, all our new joiners. Thank you so much. I celebrate you. Please feel free to participate, to send in your questions, your inquiries. We are here to handle it all and to answer them. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to click on the like button if you do like our videos. And please do share these videos as well and subscribe to our YouTube channel as we promise to bring you more interesting topics. So today we'll be looking at a very interesting topic which says that 8 behaviors that destroy even the strongest of relationships and marriages. 8 behaviors that destroy even the strongest of relationships and marriages. Um, I felt that it is important for us to treat this topic because some people believe or assume that, so long you have made the right choice of spouse, that is all. I mean, even something that, since it's God that chose their spouse for them, then they don't have to do much. They just believe that, that is the end of the work they need to do. That's the end of making effort to make it work. I mean, since God chose my spouse for me, everything will just fall in place in the marriage. Things will keep working out, forgetting that it is the people inside the marriage that will run the marriage, and God will not come down from heaven to help us run our marriages. And that is why we should not assume a lot in marriage or relationship, and that we should not take our spouses for granted, no matter who they are, no matter their spiritual beliefs or their spiritual standing with God. Do not take them for granted, because these behaviors that I'm about to talk about would make even the strongest and the strongest of marriages to break down or to collapse. So, number one behavior that could destroy even the strongest of marriages or relationships is neglecting to take care of your appearance. Neglecting to take care of your appearance. See, it is very important for you to take care of your appearance and your personal hygiene. The fact that you are now married, or the fact that you think you are now married to the best choice or the right choice for your life, does not mean you should keep yourself unkept and take your personal hygiene with levity. Personal hygiene is very important. Taking good care of yourself is very important. You must not neglect your appearance, because many of us, when we were still searching, when you're still looking for someone to get married to, you pay so much attention to your looks, to your appearance. You try as much as you can to look tidy, to look neat, to look clean, and to smell nice and clean. But once some get married, they no longer pay attention to their personal hygiene. They no longer pay attention to their looks. You just feel like, oh, let me just, I mean, at least now I'm him. Now we are married, so let me not do as much work as I used to do on my look. Please note that you not paying attention to your appearance and to your look simply means that you do not respect that partner, and that you are beginning to take them for granted. Please, every partner like or love someone who smells nice, who looks good, who look kept in their appearance, and they will not like any form of dirtiness whatsoever. Whoever they are, no matter no matter their spiritual standing with God, no one likes uncleanliness, no one likes dirtiness, no one likes bushy look, unkept appearances, and maybe even smelling bodies, smelling mouth, or smelling armpits. No one likes that. So please, it's one of the things that can be a put off or that can damage even the strongest of relationships. So we want to pay attention to that. We want to pay attention to our appearance, to our looks. It's not only when we are going out or you have a party or something that you should look good or you should dress nice. Even while you are indoors with your partner, please make sure you pay attention to your appearance, to your look, and to every detail of your personal hygiene. So the second behavior that destroy even the strongest of relationship is financial dishonesty. Financial dishonesty or financial irresponsibility. Now, when a partner begins to notice or begin to see that this my spouse is becoming dishonest with finances, with money, they will start having reservation. Before you know it, they will start repelling you when it comes to finances. Now, no one, no man or no woman in marriage should be financially irresponsible. As a matter of fact, try to be accountable. Don't say, oh, because, oh, this is my husband's money or this is my wife's money, I could squander it, I could spend it anyhow I want. I don't have to account for it, I don't have to bring back change. After all, it's my wife's money or it's my husband's money. No, try to be transparent when it comes to financial dealings. If what your spouse has sent you to buy, cost let's say 9,500 and they give you 10,000, you should be able to come back to say, my dear, I actually, even though you gave me 10,000, I actually bought it for 9,500, and here is the change. It's now left for them to say, oh, you can have the change. But you can't just, assume, or you can't just keep thinking that, oh, because it's my spouse, I can squander their money, I can take their money as I want, I can take their ATM without their permission. I can use their resources as I want, squander it, spend it on things that they are not even that they don't even approve of. Now, you can't do that. You can't do that in marriage. When you are doing that, you are gradually putting a crack in the wall of that marriage. You are gradually damaging that relationship or that marriage. So you don't want to do that. Financial dishonesty is a very serious issue that is throwing marriages apart. Money is a sensitive thing. It's when it comes to money, both men and women are usually very sensitive about it, and it's an emotional thing. So you don't want to toy with your spouse finances. I've heard cases where some people will be like, oh, guess what? My spouse told me that, oh, he wants to buy this land, I should contribute this amount of money. Guess what? I gave him hundreds of thousands, as my own contribution towards the land. Do you know that till date, both the land and the money are nowhere to be found? He did not buy the land and he did not bring back the money. So the money is just gone like that. And when you are beginning to display such act of dishonesty with your spouse, I tell you, it's only a matter of time. They will draw a conclusion about your personality. Even if they heard from God saying this is your spouse, when they begin to see those traits from you repeatedly over and over again, I tell you, they're going to draw a conclusion based on the realities they are seeing in the marriage and that they are living with. So you don't want to keep being financially dishonest or being financially irresponsible in your marriage. The third behavior is you are still acting as if you are single in that marriage. Now, if you are still acting as if you are single, nobody will like that. Marriage is created for companionship. Now, when that companionship is lacking or is missing, then the other party will feel neglected, they will feel exposed, they will feel unprotected. Now, if you as a man or as the wife, you're still living as though you are single in that marriage, then there is a problem. You are setting the marriage up for a fall or for a breakdown. You cannot continue to act as though you're single because you are now two. As a matter of fact, some are now even 3 or 4 as a result of children arrival. So you can no longer be living as though you're single. You leave the house as early at 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning and you don't get back until night, and you know you have a family at home, you have children, but you just go out, you live irresponsibly as though you are still single. You know, you go out the way you still go out when you were single. That can no longer happen in marriage, because marriage is created for companionship, and your spouse must see that they are experiencing or enjoying that companionship if you want your marriage to last. Now, the fourth behavior that destroy even the strongest of relationship is when you begin to have insecurity, insecurity and not trusting your partner. Now when your partner begin to see that you're not trusting them, and especially when they are the forthright one, I mean the upright one, they know that I don't have skeleton in my cupboard. I try to be honest. I try to be straight in this relationship. I'm not cheating on this partner. I'm not cheating on this spouse. But when you begin to exercise a lot of insecurities, you don't trust them. When they make calls, you go behind them to call the people they call just to confirm or to know or to be sure that oh she's not talking to a male person or talking to a female person. When you keep doing that, you are not trusting them. You are distrusting everything they tell you. They will begin to find that marriage environment uncomfortable, and before you know it, they will start withdrawing from you. It's a gradual thing. Those behaviors, have a way of creeping into marriage over time, and before you know it, withdrawal syndrome or withdrawal strategies start happening when one spouse starts to withdraw gradually. It's because they're trying to step back to begin to have a rethink, like, okay, so what is going on? I'm no longer feeling comfortable. I'm no longer feeling safe or secure with this person. And when that happens, you are gradually setting the marriage up, for a breakdown or for a collapse. So you don't want to keep doing that. When you have a spouse, try to trust them. And even if you don't trust them, sit down, have a conversation with them around trust. Establish establish the things that are making you not to trust them. Try to address it with them, communicate about it, and make sure that it is addressed. Once it's addressed, then you put away all the sense of insecurities and mistrust. Now, the fifth behavior that could damage even the strongest of relationship is you not showing enough affection to your spouse. Not showing enough affection to your spouse. See, affection in marriage is very important. Affection is the same as giving your spouse enough attention, enough listening here, making yourself available for them, showing preference for your spouse above others. Showing preference for your spouse above others is part of affection. You want to they want to see you hold them. At times they want to see you touch them, kiss them, peck them. You have to learn to show affection and empathy at times, and not just behaving as though you don't have emotions or you don't have feelings. Now, you have to learn to show affection, because not showing enough affection has proven to be one of those things that are damaging to even the strongest of relationships. So that is another crucial point, which is lack of good sex. Now, lack of good sex is another thing that could be damaging to even the strongest of marriages. I hear a lot of things like, oh, when it comes to sex, I mean, just take whatever you get. I mean, just take whatever you get. Now, that is good. I mean, that is okay. But I believe that whatever can be worked on in marriage should be worked on. I mean, you should not allow your spouse to suffer for the things that can be worked on or that can be learned. Now, sex itself is an act. We could learn it. You could try to experiment with your spouse. I mean, it doesn't have to be just one way to doing things. There are several ways to getting things done. So you want to learn the several ways. You want to pay attention to that partner. Okay, so what is it that turn this partner on? What is it that excites them? What positions, what positions, what angles, make them excited. You want to learn about that and not just say, oh, let him or her just get whatever they get is what they get. You can't do more than that. No, that should not be the attitude in marriage. As a matter of fact, you should put enough work into it. Try to learn, try to get knowledge, the necessary understanding, even the skills that you need to bring a sexually fulfilling experience to your spouse. That is very important. So lack of good sex destroys even the strongest of marriages. So you want to work on that. And the seventh one is being over dependent on one partner. So over dependency on one partner, can be a bothersome experience when one partner is overly dependent on the other one, and the other one feels that can't this partner just be independent? So if I'm not around, things cannot work. If I'm not around, things cannot function. If I'm not there, you cannot stand on your feet. If I'm not there, the home cannot run. Now, when that is the case, they start getting frustrated, like, what is going on? Am I married to a baby? No one wants to get married to a baby. And the truth is, we have quite a number of babies in adult bodies out there, but you have to learn to adjust, to change. Don't be overly dependent on your spouse, because over dependency as an adult on another adult is not good. It can be bothersome, so you don't want to do that, because that can be damaging to even the strongest of marriages. And the eighth point, which could also damage relationships or the strongest of marriages, is addiction. Addiction, we can't say that enough. Addictions are put off. I mean, no one likes a spouse who is addicted to one thing or the other, whether to smoking, whether to drinking, to sex, to masturbation, to gambling, to drugs, all forms of addiction. When you are addicted, it has been proven that an addicted person cannot hold anything together. They cannot hold anything together successfully. Even married, they've been proven to neglect their family members, their marriages, their homes. Why? Because the addiction has taken over their sense of reasoning, and they don't tend to see any other things aside from their addictions, and they crave to meet that addiction. So if you have an addiction, the earlier you put it away, the better for you. Don't ever say, oh, he or she is going to live with it like that, because I tell you, some will never live with it. Some will not live with your addiction. They will not. So the earlier you stand up and look for solution to those addictions, the better for you. Otherwise, you will become a put off, for your spouse very soon if you don't look for a solution to that. So I would like to stop here now. Hope you have learned a lot. Also, leave us a comment on what you think. If there are other behaviors you feel that you would like to add, please try to leave us a comment in the comment section. Also, do like this video and share the video as well, so that many people will learn about this. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we promise to bring you more interesting topics and videos. Till we meet again, say bye bye.